Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick, and on this channel we make Asian food, curries, Indian, Thai, Chinese, and if that's something you would like to see, don't forget, hit the like and subscribe, ring the notification bell, and you won't miss anything. That said, right guys, what we're going to do today, we're going to make Chicken Handi, a restaurant style recipe. Now guys, for everybody out there who's wondering why it's called Chicken Handi, Handi is a clay pot, but we don't use a clay pot in a restaurant. We use a pan. So we're going to make our Chicken Handi in a pan. Very easy. So let's crack on and make our Chicken Handi. Now don't forget guys, oil in a pan, warm up the pan nice and gently. Get the pan up to temperature, and then we'll put the garlic and ginger in. When we put the garlic and ginger in, we'll turn the heat down. We don't want to burn any of this as we start cooking. So I can smell the oil. Hot. Turn the flame down. Nice and steady. And then what we want to do, that won't fit in there. What we want to do, we want to go in with about a tablespoon of garlic and ginger. Get that in there, get it moved around. Now don't forget guys, we don't want to burn any of this. So nice and steady, get it round, cook out the rawness in the pan, okay? We do not want to brown this off in any way. So watch your heat. Okay, nice and steady. Okay, we've had it hot. We've warmed the oil through in the pan. Now we turn it down. This is a serious part of cooking. Garlic and ginger cooked. In with a good pinch of methi. Give that a stir around. Now, traditionally when they're making Chicken Handi, you know, they tend to throw the methi leaves in towards the end. But I like to cook the methi leaves flavour into the curry. So, nice and steady in there. Cook it in. Let it release all that flavor into the pan. Okay, and then we want to be going in with a tablespoon of mixed powder, a heaped teaspoon of chili powder, and a heaped teaspoon of garam masala. So give that a stir in. Now cook this nice and slow so we cook out the spices in the pan. We want all that flavour released from the spices. So nice and steady guys. Don't rush this stage whatever you do. This is the most important stage of a curry. So cook that nice, slow and low. As you can see, it's clinging to the bottom of the pan, but it's not burning. The spices are cooking out absolutely, perfectly. Okay guys, spices are cooking out absolutely perfect, nice and bubbling in there, catching a little bit but not burning. So just keep cooking it down a little bit more. You can smell the spices when they've cooked through, you know, the aroma pings out of the pan. Now that smells amazing. Right guys, what we want to do now, we want to go in with tomato puree. Now don't forget, when they cook a chicken handi, you know, they normally chop up the onions and fry the onions, and then they chop up the tomatoes and fry the tomatoes. So basically, we're using a curry base, which is all onion based. So we got to get the tomato flavour in there. So we've got the tomato puree in there. All we need to do now is just cook out a little bit of rawness and get it, the flavour mixed up with our mixed spice. So I'm going to turn the flame up just a little bit. But we're going to have to watch this because it will catch. So nice and steady then. As you can see guys, it starts to bubble really quickly, okay? So just cook a little bit of that sour rawness out of that tomato paste with our spices, and then we'll go in with a little bit of base gravy. This is so simple guys, you know? It's an easy curry, there's not much going in here. Okay, so let's just go in with a little bit of base gravy, just to loosen it all up in the pan. There we go. Now that looks and smells absolutely awesome. Okay, so what we want to do now, we want to go in, owie, hot. We want to go in with a little bit of our pre-cooked chicken. So get your pre-cooked chicken in there. That is quite warm in the bottom of there actually. So I don't know, we got a few in there, haven't we? Let's put a couple more in. I don't seem to have cubed these up very big. So let's get that in there. Stir through the chicken. Get that chicken warmed back through. So what I'm going to do, I've got some chopped chilies here. I'm going to put those in now. Just give them a little bit of a stir in. Now, it's not going to add much heat to this, guys. It's a little, just a little bit of colour or whatever in the finished dish, you know. There might be a little bit of flavour of the chili in there, but our heat's going to come from that heaped teaspoon of chili powder that we put in. Now a chicken handi, guys, is all yogurt and curd. So we need to be going in with a good amount of yogurt on this one. Okay, so we want a good 2 chef spoons of yogurt. Okay, at least. So we call that 1, and let's call that 2. Now we need to stir that in there, get that in and start it cooking down in our curry. Just look at that. Now that looks superb already. It's got that creamy texture to it. Amazing. Now, we're not going to add too much base gravy to this curry, guys, because there's a lot of sauce in there already. But I'm just going to put a little bit more in, because we need to take it down a little bit until the oil separates through there. Just cook it down a little bit, and then what we're going to do, guys, we're going to add some carnation milk. People add cream. Now we're working in a BIR, okay, we have cream, but we're not going to chuck cream in there. You know, we've got enough creaminess going on with the yogurt. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of carnation milk in. So, health and safety at work, guys, don't do this at home. Now this curry carries coriander, and it carries a good 2 tablespoons of coriander. So let's get our coriander in there. Give that a stir in. And then we want to be adding some carnation milk. So let's get some carnation milk in there. This is going to be the creaminess of the curry. Oh, splashed a bit there, look. Stir it in, and then we're going to cook it down a little bit. Well, I think that's nearly done, guys. That is quite a decent sauce. Okay, let's turn off the heat, grab a bowl, and let's serve some of this up. A little bit of sauce in the bottom. Wow, that is unbelievable. You've got that creaminess all the way through the curry. Delicious flavour. A little bit of heat there from the chilies, not the green chilies, but the chili powder. A slight underlying sourness from the yogurt. It's amazing. So now for the naan bread test. Guys, it passes the test. Now if you like what we're doing, don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that kind of stuff. And we'll catch you next time. That is amazing.